Hi, Beth Johnston coming to you from the cupping room at Teas, etc., where today we're going to experience some Pu'erh tocha. Pu'erh is an interesting tea, similar in character to a black tea, if I have to sort of match it up with anything, similar in character to a black tea. In the final drying stages of the tea processing, the teas are actually allowed to retain a little bit of moisture. And then, for lack of a better term, they're sort of heaped or composted, if you will. Now, Pu'erh, in terms of aging, can range. The older the Pu'erh, the more expensive and the more rare. And the Pu'erh that we're going to be cupping today is actually a 3 to 4 year old Pu'erh. So let's go ahead and take a look. First of all, I just want to point out that this is the tocha. So you can see here that it is a compressed tea, what we like to call a bird's nest. So that's the tocha. We also carry a Pu'erh leaf, which is an organic Pu'erh, and you can see that that's just a regular leaf tea. I'm only using this tea as an example today, so we're really not going to talk about that. We're going to focus in on the tocha. So once the teas are the final processing is done, they're compressed into this tocha form. Now you'll see once we brewed the tea that the wet leaf is like any other wet leaf. It's just loose and open. So I just wanted to make that note. So now that we've looked at the dry and wet leaf, I want to just point out the color of the liquor, of the brewed tea. And you'll see that it's a very rich brown, sort of reddish brown color, a little bit darker than traditional black tea might be. And it's got a very earthy smell, but yet really, really pleasant. So now let's taste the tea. Pu'erh has definitely got some earthy back notes to it, but it's very smooth. The nice thing about Pu'erh is that you really can't ruin it. So if you were to put on a pot this afternoon and forget about it until later on tonight, it would never get bitter. That's a great property of the tea. It's really good hot or cold. It's extremely good for you. It has the potential of helping to lower cholesterol and a lot of really good cardiovascular benefits with this particular tea. I also find this tea detoxifying, so it's very good for cleansing if you're fasting or doing anything like that. It's a really good cleansing tea. I also want to point out that today with the Pu'erh tocha, each of the bird's nest is going to yield about 3 to 4 cups. So we did not prepare this tea in a cupping set as we traditionally would. We did it in our 3-cup glass teapot with an infuser basket. I would encourage you to go on the Teas, etc. website under black teas and look for Pu'erh, because that's where we have it, and check out some of the comments and reviews of our customers who are big Pu'erh drinkers. I can just tell you that I don't have high cholesterol, but my husband actually did, and this was a tea that he consumed in order to lower cholesterol in lieu of going on medications. I really didn't want him on cholesterol medications, so he tried the tea first. This was prior to him working at Teas, etc., and really being a tea drinker, so I think he did it just to keep me quiet. But anyway, he did it, and after about 30 days, he went back in, had another blood draw, and had a really positive result. I think he dropped his cholesterol from like 240 down to 190. There wasn't a lot else that he did during that time period to change his lifestyle. So some people do get really great results. Obviously, we're not doctors and we're not promoting it that way, but I would strongly suggest that you read other customer reviews. That's our Pu'erh. Thanks.